Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about what's been happening in crypto this week. Throughout early and mid-June, we saw a lot of volatility in the crypto markets due to geopolitical tensions and war fears. Towards the end of the month, however, we saw the market slow down. Traders were waiting for major US economic data, jobs report, and inflation numbers to be published. Bitcoin held steady, but many altcoins lost momentum, a typical sign of lower risk appetite. Many traders were waiting on the Federal Reserve's upcoming meeting, typical behavior towards the end of each month, as rate decisions always affect the markets. Overall, we saw a pause in action after some weeks of big moves. On June 30, Robinhood launched tokenized stocks in Europe. Robinhood has added 24/7 trading for tokenized US stocks and ETFs in the EU. Over 200 stocks are now tradable on-chain, like Apple, Tesla, and Google. Trades now settle instantly on the blockchain without a need to wait for Wall Street hours. This could blur the line between traditional finance and crypto. The lack of flexibility for traditional stocks is what kept me away from investing. It is very inconvenient to have to wait for the market to open and the market to close. It's very restrictive, especially since I'm based in Australia. If I want to trade on the US market, the time zone difference is too much. If exchanges worldwide start to offer this feature, we could see more money moving into traditional markets. In the long term, how will this affect the crypto markets? Is trading volume going to drop because more people move back to traditional finance? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. On the same day, we also saw Robinhood expand global crypto offerings. US users can now stake Ethereum and Solana directly on the Robinhood platform. EU customers now have access to perpetual crypto futures. Robinhood is aiming to be a full-service trading platform for both stocks and crypto. The company wants to serve crypto-native users and traditional investors all under the same roof. As a result of these announcements, their stock jumped 5%. The market is responding well to this hybrid model. We saw minimal price movements for Bitcoin and Ethereum at the start of this month. Bitcoin dropped around 1% and Ethereum dropped around 0.5%. Small price movements, but still notable. The drop in price followed a dip in the Nasdaq. It shows that crypto is still closely tied to tech stock movement. Gold, on the other hand, rose 1.5%. It shows that the majority of traders still see crypto and Bitcoin as a risk asset. It's not behaving like a hedge against market risk. Although more and more institutions are starting to invest into Bitcoin, the majority of retail investors are still trading it like a growth stock. Although in recent years, we have seen Bitcoin becoming less and less volatile, a good sign that it's starting to mature as an asset class. I think it's a promising long-term trend. As time goes on, more and more people will naturally start to learn about Bitcoin. Especially with social media these days, word gets around quickly. With the way things are going, I think in the next 5 or so years, we'll start to see Bitcoin really mature as an asset class, and we'll start to see it behave like digital gold. In a world that's so uncertain, many people will start to realize Bitcoin is the safest investment you can make in a digital age. At the start of the month, we also saw the US Senate debate a massive budget bill. A new tax and spending bill was debated, and some parts of it could affect crypto investors. Some of the key concerns include how staking rewards and capital gains might be taxed under the new rules. Trump's political camp drew criticism for past crypto endorsements, raising conflict questions. There isn't a final decision yet, but it shows that crypto is closely tied to politics. As regulations tighten, US policy could play a big role in crypto's direction. Thanks to some new crypto-friendly bills, analysts have raised Coinbase's stock target by over 60%. Laws like the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act are designed to make the rules clearer. Circle's upcoming IPO also adds legitimacy to the US crypto ecosystem. Institutional investors see Coinbase as well-positioned in a more regulated market. The exchange is also benefiting from increased Bitcoin ETF inflows. Once again, we saw Microstrategy buying more Bitcoin. Their total holdings are nearing 600,000 tokens. That's about 3% of the total Bitcoin supply. a large concentration on just one company. We're starting to see more institutions following Microstrategy's path. It's a promising trend and it shows strong conviction in Bitcoin's long-term value, with companies treating Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset, not just a speculative play. As it becomes more and more common for companies to add crypto, and Bitcoin in particular, to their balance sheets, all the buying pressure will skyrocket the price of Bitcoin in the long term. On the 3rd of July, we saw the Ethereum Community Conference end in Brussels. The conference focused on Layer 2 and scaling technology. Developers were showing off new rollouts, new wallet UX, and zero-knowledge applications. On the same day, over 100 million worth of SUI tokens were unlocked. The SUI Foundation reassured users that they wouldn't dump their tokens, and there was minimal impact on the markets. Throughout July, we will see more token unlocks for AVAX and OPT, for example. Investors are watching closely. Anyways, that's it from me today. Overall, it's been a pretty quiet week for crypto. No major news, no major price movement. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. If you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe and follow the channel. I'll be uploading more soon. As always, thank you for watching and take care.